was driving down this road, and coming the opposite way was a semi-truck. And on the sidewalk, there was a man, probably a middle-aged man, like 10 years older than us, and he sees the truck coming, and he stops his bike, and he goes, which is something that most people kind of get past by the time they're 12, 15 years old at the oldest. Well, this is a guy who's probably around 50, and he's like, oh, there's a big truck. You gotta make the noise for me.
Did the truck honk the horn?
Yes.
Okay, good. Welcome to Unboxing! This is where we open our mail and we thank our donors. People who go to welcometothebasementshow.com and contribute to support our show.
Donors such as
Dan, Maurizio, Robert, Rebecca, Graham, Corey, Jonathan, Danielle, Lewis, Jared, Auntie, who says, no special instructions necessary for such cool professionals. Greetings from Finland. Austin, Joe, Sean, Stefan, Simon, Malcolm, Benjamin, Luke, Dan, Betty, Jerry, who says, please take another look at Heist. I found it very obtuse the first time I watched it, but I've seen it, I believe, 5 times now, and have totally found it to be, honestly, one of the best robbery movies I have seen. We kind of liked Heist.
It was okay. I didn't love it, but, going back to watch a movie starring Gene Hackman is not going to be time wasted.
And you'll also see Jimmy Silk.
If you were to just stop me on the street and be like, what's the name of Sam Rockwell's character in Heist? I'd be like, But you say the words Jimmy Silk?
Silk.
It's like you snapping your fingers twice in a row and I start making chicken sounds. I've been hypnotized by Jimmy Silk.
All right, let's open up the mailbag. We don't have a lot this week, but we got some, in particular, postcards.
Oh, okay.
Meagan. Do you typically say Megan or Megan?
Yeah, Megan.
This is from Megan over there in Victoria, BC. She said she took a trip with her grandma down the Oregon coast. That's where this postcard comes from.
I believe that's Cape Disappointment.
I don't know. Are you disappointed?
Actually, it's not. Never mind.
Thank you so much for making Welcome to the Basement, and for your excellent commentary, insight, and comedy.
Oh, excellent.
Olivia from Boston has sent this straight-to-video postcard, appropriate, and she says, welcome to the basement and unboxing are some of the highest quality fun on YouTube. And she's looking forward to more installments of the Hard Ticket Report. Dare I hope that some of these gems inspire a bit of poetry. I'll do my best.
That would be nice synergy right there. That's what synergy is all about.
Speaking of which, this is normally where the Hard Ticket Report would come. However, I haven't watched one of the movies, so I don't have anything to report. But that means that now it's time for the Zatoichi Report.
What?
My quest to watch every Zatoichi movie in existence concludes right now. Because I watched the 2003 reboot, Zatoichi, The Blind Swordsman.
You tried to get out of the whole Zatoichi thing, but...
They keep pulling me back in.
There we go.
This was made by a filmmaker named Takeshi Kitano, otherwise known as Beat Takeshi. I have not seen any of his other movies. This is the first one I've seen, but from what I can gather from this, he is Japan's answer to Baz Luhrmann. Most of this movie is your standard Zatoichi tale. I have a few minor beefs with it here and there. They have some really bad CGI blood effects. The director himself plays the role of Zatoichi. He does not have the charm or the physicality of Shintaro Katsu, so that's a little disappointing. The biggest problem I have is with the ending. Ichi is squaring off with one of his foes, and he opens his eyes, and he reveals that he is not, in fact, blind. He only goes around with his eyes closed because blind people see better than we do, or some such. Last shot in the movie, he's doddering along the street, he trips over something, and he says, hey guys, just kidding, I actually am blind, I just did it to mess with that guy before I killed him. But here's the thing, that's not true. Because there's an earlier scene after the revelation and before the retraction of the revelation that he walks into a bar to meet up with the final bad guy, and we see a POV shot from his POV. He's wandering in like Michael Myers looking around, and that means that he can see. To deny that goes against the fundamental principles of filmmaking. When you see a POV shot, the person whose POV it is can see. And if that wasn't bad enough, the whole movie ends with this big Bollywood-style dance number, where the characters come out and they do a little dance, and they're smiling at the camera, and it's very anachronistic and silly. Now, obviously this guy wanted to take the Zatoichi myth and reinvent it. But if he wanted to do that, why did the first 90 minutes of the movie read like your standard Zatoichi tale? If you're gonna reinvent it, you have to go further. If you're going to do it, you have to stay truer, and he did neither of those things.
It should have been Zatoichi, blind space vampire.
And now we answer viewer questions from viewers like you.
You have questions you want answered, put them in the comments down below, or if this is Facebook, the comments down below.
Go.
Maury Giustini writes, you guys mentioned it really briefly in the Help episode, but I'm dying to know more of your thoughts about Head. Head is a movie starring the Monkees. I hated it while I was watching it, but it's a movie that as time goes on, I love it more and more.
It has a lot to do with media and
how the Monkees are portrayed in media. It's not an episode of the Monkees in any way at all. It also has Frank Zappa and a talking cow.
Elena Quizma asks, have you considered watching more international films? Hey, we just watched one, Zabriskie Point. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We will be watching international films, but we won't be watching more international films, if that makes sense. The sad fact is that when we watch movies with subtitles, they get fewer views than movies with not subtitles. Now, I'm not all about the bottom line. I'm not all about the view counts. I will watch a foreign movie if I feel like it would be good for our show. Zabriskie Point, I heard it was terrible. I thought it would be really good for us to riff on the couch, and it did.
Yes.
Of course we're going to watch foreign movies, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch more of them. Also, I am an American. I've been my whole life. And so I just naturally have a passion for American films. So those tend to be at the top of my list.
It's easier to riff on it if we're not reading the movie at the same time.
English language foreign movies are ideal for this show. So if you have any suggestions of those, you can leave them in the comments and I'll put them on my list. Rack Focus, the movie. Oh, look at all these great songs.
Yeah.
Patty Page.
Back when you could get a Rolling Stone song for like $140.
That's the same old jive that's been running now for the past 300 years.
Yeah.
So wise and heavy, why you joined us back in the beginning?
Tell him.
This motherfucker is closed down.
Whoa, hold on there with the language, my friend.
Well, it's not something I really dig to do. I just work when I need bread.
The thing I really dig is digging. I just love working that shovel. What the hell kind of desk is this? What's under there?
It's a desk of the future.
I can't decide if I'm part of the establishment or part of the counterculture. I'm kind of straddling both worlds here.
Tie your beard, make your decision.
That cop car is really surprised at what it's seeing. Wow.
Look at that hippie, using a phone like a hippie.
This guy has all the gravitas of a barista making a cappuccino. And not even quite that, because it's really tricky to get the milk right.
Yes.
Come on, dance with me. There you go.
Once I changed my color, but it didn't work. So I changed back.
You're whimsical. You're a regular Dr. Seuss.
I'm digging on this. I will say it. I will dig on this. I've chosen, against my better judgment, to dig on this.
Well, you're,
I'm lying to myself?
Yeah, I think you're undergoing Stockholm Syndrome. You like this house? You think it's nice? I blow it up. I'm a Michelangelo. I do what I want. I don't know. Maybe the house will make it. Here comes the Pink Floyd.
Set the controls to the heart of the fun. You're making some sort of point. A Zabriskie point.
And now the return of dispatches from my now defunct MySpace blog. We just watched the movie Zabriskie Point, which concerned taking a little vacation out to Zabriskie Point there in the desert. And so the theme of this blog entry is vacation. I've got 2 blog entries, and I've reframed them as a one-act play. And I'd like you to play a role in this. You'll be playing the role of Daryl from Tennessee.
Tennessee. All right. Tennessee.
If I could describe Daryl's personality with just a few words, it would be laid-back enthusiasm.
Hey, all right. I got like something like this.
I think that'll
all right.
work. So I have your script here. I've highlighted your lines for you.
Okay, thank you.
And this is a little play that I like to call Cold Steel. May 23rd, 2006. I just got off the phone with Daryl, who works at a sawmill in Irwin, Tennessee. He was looking for an out-of-print book about saws because
I've got a great thirst for saw information.
I told him the book was quite expensive, $180, and suggested that maybe he could find it at a used bookstore or library. Daryl wasn't having it. You see, he's a busy man.
I'm a slave to a cold piece of steel 10 months out of the year.
But Daryl's not all work. For 2 months in the winter, he travels to Florida, where
We just lay around, sleep, and eat and fish all day. No women around. We don't want everything all messed up. Oh.
my new friend then invited me to go fishing with him in Florida for 2 months.
All you would need is your body and your clothes. You fly into some town in Tennessee, and we'll take you out to Florida.
Was his offer genuine? If I said, okay, buddy, when and where, let's fish, would he really have taken me fishing with him for 2 months? That's a long time to spend with a stranger who's not even from the South. The culture clash would be palpable. What if I messed everything up like some kind of woman or something? Daryl, my friend, you just dodged a bullet.
Meow! It's the Daryl way.
Act 2. I said it was a one act, I was wrong. May 24th, 2006. I spoke with Daryl from Tennessee again today. He seemed preoccupied with healthcare and medicine, telling me of his recent trip to the prostate doctor.
Oh, he wrung me out pretty good.
He then told me that when my teeth start falling out, I should get
Implants in your jawbone.
Unfortunately, I had to tell Daryl that I couldn't get him the book he was looking for. He wasn't too upset, though.
You come out here, I'll put you up and feed you.
He said, and I thanked him.
But not that stupid dog of yours.
I informed him that I didn't have a dog. I have a couple of cats.
You'll have to go to a psychiatrist, because those cats will drive you crazy, and that cat dander will eventually kill you.
I told him I would stay on the lookout for books about saws, and said goodbye. Daryl is a fine fellow, in love with life, and I feel bad that I won't get to talk to him anymore. And true to history, I never heard from Daryl again. Do you want to do a little extemporaneous Daryl epilogue to this whole thing?
Oh, Matt, I can't say how fortunate you are that you did not join me down in Texas in the winter of 2006.
Why is that?
We had a problem on the boats. You see, not for nothing, I want to know about saws. And they got those pointy nose fish down there. One of those came at me with the pointy end, and your book didn't come through.
Oh no. Did it get you right in the prostate?
Oh, yeah, it cleared that product right up.
Well, we've got one lonely little package to open right here, and it is from Shipwreck in New Westminster, BC, Canada. I don't know what's in this, but the outside says, toss very gently, old.
So it's salad?
Cards.
Postcards, that's right.
Oh, they're postcards. Oh, ooh. Oh, we got all kinds of things. This is a Valentine.
Ooh, that's good to know. Gently. Wanted. You. Need no other need apply.
It beats all. Oh, Miss Sugarcorn was sweet, and one day chanced to meet a young man who she thought she could adore. But old Popcorn, her dad, made sweet Sugarcorn quite sad by calling him a deadbeat and a bore. Some humor from old times. To my Valentine. Oh, this actually is written on it. I wish you a happy vacation. From your pupil, Eva. Someone wrote this to her teacher.
Oh, that's sweet.
In Milwaukee, Oregon.
I've driven through Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown. So this has a
Yes.
special significance to me. I'm not even going to toss it.
Milwaukee is down the road from Rhododendron and Zigzag. So that's a very fun road to drive down because of the crazy names.
Shipwreck says, I've included some antique postcards. I have enjoyed them for years and wanted to pass them along. All right.
This one's textured. Here, listen.
Nice. Thank you, Shipwreck.
Thank you.
Hope you get rescued. This concludes the unboxing show. We had a good time today, and we hope to hear from you again soon, either in the comments or in our mailbox or wherever you choose to contact us. You can, of course, see the latest episode of Welcome to the Basement this coming Friday, and the next unboxing episode the Friday after that. We'll see you then. A good night.
Good night. Now, we want a cute meat for this film. And last night I watched North by Northwest. So, what if we got a little bit like crop duster scene? Huh?
Signor Antonioni, you sound very different today.
I'm Jack Warner, and now I work at MGM. I'm gonna destroy this studio.